there was 38 days of occupation in Bucha, 38 days, and they pulled more than 400 bodies out of there.
Did you interview any of the locals that survived? What did they say?
They reported that the Russians beat them, that the Russians killed people. You know,
Why were they lucky to stay alive then, and their neighbors weren't? Why do you think?
that's something you'd probably have to ask them, to be honest with you. I think a lot of other journalists did more of the post Bucha aftermath stuff a lot better than I did. I was there in the immediate aftermath. So the majority of my coverage was based on there's bodies here, there's graves here, there's this here, there's that here. Whereas the really, really intensive, traumatizing work happened in the weeks afterwards, where journalists spent weeks walking around interviewing people. That's a really long process. I didn't do that. After the end, you know, I'll be honest, like after those 4 or 5 weeks of war, I've been working 16 hours basically every day. I had run my body into the ground at that point. So I ended up with 3 back-to-back infections that happened basically shortly after we got back from Bucha. I got an infection in my hand, then I got a throat infection. So I was really, really sick. I was like basically bedbound for about 2 weeks. And after that, I just made the decision that I promised that I would stay in Kyiv until it was liberated. Kyiv was totally liberated. I made the decision to go home and recover and rest. I really needed it. I was mentally, physically, emotionally drained after that. And again, I didn't fight anything. I was just covering it, and that's the impact that it had on my body.